big day is almost here. Longines HKIR, the international races on Sunday. There's 4 Group 1s. The Vars, the Sprint, the Mile, the Cup, they go in that order. We've got it all covered here, plus the undercard. It's an outstanding card as well. Warm welcome to Racing to Win. I'm Andrew Lejeune. I'm joined as always by our form analyst in Paul Lally and race caller Tom Wood as well. Tom, it doesn't get much better than this, Tom.
It certainly doesn't, Andrew. What a day of racing we've got coming up at Sha Tin Sunday. The 4 Group 1s through the course of the program. Really looking forward to seeing what Golden 60 can do in the mile up against last year's defending champion Admire Mars. And the undercard is littered with quality. Plenty of really interesting debutants through the course of the afternoon as well.
Yeah, races 4, 5, 7 and 8 for the features, Paul, and mixed in amongst that, they'll form part of some decent jackpots as well. 2
really good jackpots that we've got, so it's worked out really well. The triple trio at 4.8 million, so expecting that to get up to 9 million for a single winning $10 unit. And also the 6-up win bonus, that's at 2.8 million. And we're expecting that to get up to about 7 million. So some really good jackpots there. There's some standouts, I think, on the card. But we always get a few upsets as well.
We certainly do, yeah. We'll try and, if we can, find those for you along the way as well. But plenty to get through, of course, with the 10 races, plus the 4 Group 1s as well. Unfortunately, Enriched Delight is out of the final race of the day, which looks packed full of quality as well. He was super on debut, winning. So he's replaced by the Summit. Joe Moreira will jump on board there. The Summit was runner-up in the Prix de Jockey Club. He's now with David Hayes. These are the list of jockey changes for Christophe Soumillon. I'm sure you've caught up with the news. The big ones, the Group 1 rides, races 4 and 5. So Ho-Ho car now Vincent Ho, and Computer Patch in the Sprint will be ridden by Alexi Bedell. And then Admire Mars, the defending champion, will now be ridden by Ryan Moore. And Nomcor, also from Japan, is now ridden by Zach Purton. So no Soumillon on the weekend. Right, this is meeting number 29. Of course, though, more importantly, it's the international races. 10 races. We're on the A course as well, and all the races outside of the 4 Group 1s named after previous winner of these championship events. The Snow Ferry being the first Class 3 seed. Smart Folks, Tony Bacone jumping from barrier number 3, unbeaten, hasn't won in 4 starts so far. Sunset Watch still yet to win in 13. Regency Boba's got barrier 13. He sometimes likes to roll forward. Mastermontari makes his debut, a long-awaited debut as well for David Hayes and Zach Purton. Ming Warrior, Noir Rider and Soulmate also make their debuts here in Hong Kong, working our way down to Take What You Need for White and Teton. Trust Me, who makes the switch in track, and Hello Beauty, eligible for Class 4, but Wagner Borges will ride him from Manfred Mann with a lightweight on his back. Those are the horses that have been up at Chung Fa Tom within the last 30 days. How's the speed map look?
Bit of a tricky speed map to sort out, Andrew, with 4 runners in this all having their Hong Kong debut. Mastermontari, Ming Warrior, Noir Rider and also Soulmate. So maybe Super Dobbin comes out on top here. He's been close to the speed in his last couple. Noir Rider's shown some good enough speed in his recent barrier trial. But Take What You Need there with the Hello Beauty. Smart Folks, Soulmate there on the inside, 1-2 in New Zealand. Mastermontari 1-2 in Australia. He's on the 3 wide line there. Not really sure where we're going to end up with Mastermontari, but we'll be interested to see where Zach can spot him from gate 10.
We're going to look at a horse who's only beaten 3 horses home in its 4 starts, but look, his work shows that he's on the improve. He's going to be a massive price. He's drawn barrier 3. He's like 90 to 1 already, but look, he's on the improve, this horse. This might not be his race. This could be this horse's race, though. Mastermontari's a big boy, 1294 pounds, 2 starts, 2 win in Australia. He's had 3 trials to get him ready. Just needs to slot in, that's the key. But he looks like he's full of talent. Here's another one of the first starters. This one's called Soulmate. He's another one of the outsiders. He's 1227 pounds. He's had 3 trials as well. So he's another big horse coming into this race on debut in Hong Kong.
All right, much like Mastermontari, unbeaten 2 starts when he raced in New Zealand for Tony Pike. Let's start off here, though, with Sunset Watch, Tom. Now, he hasn't won in 13 starts. He's come close a couple of times, beaten favourite last time out. This is him 4th to Compassion Spirit.
And Vincent Ho gets the ride here for Francis Lloyd. Was 4th last time out with Alexi Bedell on board. It wasn't a bad run from him on this occasion. He sort of was midfield and he kept on coming over the final stages. He's had a recent barrier trial. He was certainly one I'd be including, Paul.
Yeah, I've definitely got him in. His best run was a 2nd behind Winning Dreamer, and he didn't get out till late, and he hasn't been with the new stable for too long.
All right, what about Trust Me, Paul? Lightweight on his back. This is 1,200 metres at the Valley as opposed to 1,200 metres, though, at Sha Tin.
Yeah, look, I think this horse is a 1,000-metre specialist. Down the straight 1,000 was where I'd prefer to see him. He's been placed once from as it goes over 1,200 metres, but look, I haven't got him in.
He was supported last time out as well at 8.6 behind Mig Energy, was 3 back the fence. He travelled on well. He probably boxed on just fairly there, but course and distance had me concerned at Sha Tin.
Yeah, as Paul said, his 3 wins so far have all been down the straights. This is Super Dobbin. Tom, back at the trials, Tony Millard and Chad Schofield, the Millard stable, flying at the moment.
Yeah, they certainly are. They picked up the $200,000 bonus at Happy Valley Wednesday night. Have a look at the holdies under here with 200 to go. Looked under a good hold, did Super Dobbin. Chad Schofield rides. He's got form behind Good Luck Friend, Skyfield, Healthy Happy. Lobo's Legend last time out. So on the trial alone, Paul, I think he needs to go in.
I put him in, yeah. Tony Millard's only runner for the day, so he can have an early finish. But that horse, when the blinkers went on, he went nicely, and that was at Happy Valley. I think Sha Tin suits him better.
All right, what about Shadow Runner, Paul? You highlighted Smart Folks working well despite his record. This horse has had 2 starts and hasn't done a great deal so far either.
I think he falls into similar categories, as you just said. Look, he's by bull bar, so you wouldn't be surprised if he goes better over a mile. But this trial wasn't too bad. He's definitely on the improve. Just the barrier 14. He'll be another one who's at a decent price. He's 33s at the moment.
That was the concern, that the barrier. He's not done too much in those 2 starts, as you mentioned, behind Pinghai Bravo last time out. But there was actually nothing wrong with that recent barrier trial of his. It was certainly improved. He was up on the speed and he stayed on quite well, I thought.
All right. What about Mastermontari, though? Very impressive, winning his 2 starts in Australia. That was for the Lindsay Park operation. He's now with David Hayes here in Hong Kong.
David, Mastermontari is a horse that everyone's been talking about since his first win in Australia. He's here now getting ready for his first run in Hong Kong. How do you think he'll get on?
Look, I think he'll run well. He'll love getting on the grass. His trials have been at Happy Valley and on the dirt. But I think pretty good. And he's a lovely big horse who should have a good future in Hong Kong.
How's he settled in on all of those sort of things here?
Really well. Yeah, he's a massive horse. He's just under 1,300 pounds. And so he eats all his feed and his coat looks fantastic.
How forward have you got him for this first up run?
He's had the benefit of 3 trials, so there's nice improvement left in him, but he's a big horse. But I think he's done enough work to say it wouldn't put you off.
And what about the draw for Sunday with him?
Yeah, that's a bit average. But in his Australian racing pattern, he used to like to take his time and join in late and would probably keep it the same.
As far as overall targets for him, is he a sprinter or would you potentially get towards a 4-year-old series with him?
We're keeping options open. He races like he'll get further, but sometimes sweeping sprinters, that's what they are. He'll be kept to sprinting initially, but maybe the mile is in the back of our mind if he wins a couple of sprints.
He's a very exciting horse in Mastermontari. He's come up as our favourite here as well, Paul, at 3.8.
Yeah, he came with more reps than Tom Wood's Christmas tree, this horse. And look, I've got him on top as well. I've been impressed with what I've seen. He's a nice, big, strong horse. Sunset Watch, he arrived on a rating of 85. He's now down to 77. I think he's the danger. Winning Bruise, just a one-time winner, but there's plenty of ability there. And Super Dobbin on the back of that trial, as Tom mentioned. 6-2, 11 and 3.
At least my presents get wrapped. Not sure about the wife's though, because my wrapping's not overly flash. I'm with Mastermontari. I think he's going to be tough to beat in this race. Blinkers on here. Crossover noseband as well. Wore those blinkers in Australia. I think from what we've seen in Australia, what I've seen at the trials, I think he's good enough to win this first up. Not easy to do, but he's on top. Ming Warrior goes, Sunset Watch goes in number 2. Francis Loy and Vincent Ho, good enough for effort last time out. I've put in number 3, that is Super Dobbin, and also number 11, Winning Bruise. So 6, 2, 3 and 11 for race number 1.
Same cue for me as well, 6 and 2. Big fan of this horse, Mastermontari. Very excited to see what he can do in the first.